Lee Danhauer.
Get your hands off the tables, guys. I'm videotaping.
Thank you, Eli, and thank you very much to the membership. It's certainly an honor to stand before you as the duly elected president to serve such a great organization. An organization, not only the finest auctioneers in the state of North Carolina, but look around, we've got some of the finest auctioneers and bid callers in the country right here in the room, by evidence by our National Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame and our International Auctioneers Champions, along with our state champions. Over the past 5 or 6 years that I've served on the board and the executive committee, our industry and our organization have seen a tremendous amount of change. We have seen changes in the law, changes in technology, changes in the membership makeup, and probably most importantly of all, changes in our economy, both our personal economy and our business economy. Many of these changes were and are inevitable, and many of these changes I hope that we never see in our lifetime, nor our children ever see in their lifetime.
Sorry.
The AANC has weathered these changes, and I believe that we have emerged much stronger because of it. We're leaner, we're more unified, and we're certainly more financially stable because of it. Your board has worked diligently not only to listen to concerns and ideas, but to properly implement and make changes when deemed necessary and beneficial. Because of the work of the board over the past few years, our balance sheet is great and our membership is growing. And that's something that we haven't been able to say in the past few years, and something I'm extremely proud of. On a recent call to a prospective member, I got asked the question, why are you a member? And you know, I had to think about it for a second. I never really stopped and thought about it. After a few moments, it became pretty clear, why I was a member. I am a member because I have had the opportunity to work with and for and alongside some of the finest auctioneers, not only in this state, but in this country. Because of my membership, I have worked with auctioneers such as Bill Lilly and Tom McInnes and worked beside them. I've worked with the Rogers and Mark Rogers and stand beside them, Mr. Walter House, Troy Hall. And probably most importantly, I can say that I got to work alongside Ernie Curley. And that's one of the reasons that I'm standing here today, because the very first person I ever met in the AANC when I walked in with a green ribbon on was Mr. Ernie Curley. Met him right out here in the hallway. And he was the one who got me involved. He was the one who got me to participate in the championship, and he was the one who told me that I should run for the board my very first year as a member. When asked if my membership was financially worth it to me, that's one I didn't have to think about. The answer was a resounding yes. It wasn't tenfold, it's not 100-fold, but I can assure you it's been exponential. However, I'm not a member purely for financial gain. That is part of it, but not the whole reason. Growing up in a family business, we were all taught, my brothers and sisters and I were all taught at a young age about giving back. Our father made sure that we knew that we gave back. We gave back to our community. We gave back to our church. We gave back to our family. We gave back to our industry. And this industry has blessed me far beyond I could ever imagine, getting started in this almost 19 years ago this year. And I look forward to giving back any chance I get to both the industry and this association. We have a strong and committed board of directors. We have a vibrant and dedicated membership. And we have green ribbons at every event. And I want to say that again. We have green ribbons at every event. And that's something that we should all be extremely proud of. While these are all positive aspects of a strong organization, we absolutely cannot rest upon our laurels. So as president, I ask you, the membership of who we serve, what's next? What's next for last year's green ribbons? What's next for next year's green ribbons? What's next for the double and triple digit licensee numbers that we have in this state, as we probably next year will go in to 5-digit license numbers? what's next for the life member, and what's next for my young children who may someday want to be up here on this stage. Where do we go from here, and how far can we take this association? Ladies and gentlemen, these are not rhetorical questions. I want to hear answers to that. You know, we've done this survey. We want to hear what's next. The AANC is a very dedicated group of board members that are here merely to serve you, serve this association, to make it grow and to make it stronger. I'm excited for the next year to get to work with a great group of men. And so I ask you, and again, not a rhetorical question, what's next? We want to know. I look forward to a great year. Thank you all very much. And my first order of business as president is to honor somebody that I've gotten to know very well over the years. He's become a great friend, and I can tell you, you haven't lived until you've traveled globally with Mr. Eli Detweiler and set up in a bar with him in Manchester, England, until all hours of the night. If you ever want to have some fun, take an old Amish boy to England. I assure you, it was a trip of a lifetime. Eli, will you come forward for me, please, son? The Auctioneers Association of North Carolina hereby acknowledges its deep appreciation to Mr. Eli Detweiler, Jr., who faithfully served this organization as president in 2011, and in recognition of his outstanding service, he is hereby honored this 21st day of January, 2012. Eli, thank you so much for your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed an honor and a pleasure to have served an industry that, first of all, the industry that I love so much in the auction industry, but not only serve it, but also you know, Lee, and the board. I couldn't have asked, I don't think, to serve with a better board of directors this past year. It was phenomenal, and thanks to all you guys, and it seems like at the end, as the end is here of my presidency, it's not a farewell speech, because that's why I didn't give one. It was on my list to give the farewell speech. I didn't give one because I'm not going anywhere. But I still will always remain very supportive of this association. I believe in its cause very deeply, and I believe in you and what we do here as an association. I believe in it wholeheartedly. I also have one other person, one lady, that I have got to thank, and I think she's glad my year is over, Mrs. Elaine Christensen. She's a rock. She really is, and there's a lot of times when she did a lot of things for me that really should have been my duties, but I just called her up the other day and I said, look, I don't have access to print out any of my emails. I know you've sent me a bunch. I've got them on my phone, but tell me about them. And I was at the airport, and she read them to me. This is what they are, and this is what this is, and this, okay, well, what do you think? So instead of answering via emails, I waited until I got home Thursday evening to reply to them. And she's done a lot of that, and she has put up with me, so to speak. But I've enjoyed her and got to know her a little bit better, and she really does a good job for this association. So thank you, Elaine Christensen. The entire board of directors, have a great year. But the ones that I have served with, thank you all. It's been a pleasure serving you along with the entire association and the industry. Appreciate it.